teams as well. So yeah, there you go. But nevertheless, will it be sustainable? Because this is the last map of today. We are going back into the dusty map of Mirama. And ladies and gentlemen, you see in the background the beautiful graphics. Thank you so much to our production team and featured players. Here we go. Most Goku, San, Seahawks, as well as Kuza.
This is interesting. Looking at okay, just now, Last of Us said something against Seahawks. They will bite him off, and there's a lot of taunting coming up from Last of Us to a big fan because they have always been, stopping the side of Last of Us to get themselves into that last circle. But here we go into the Mirama map. One of the biggest map there is, and cutting across Los Leones. I do know Papa is happy about this, but it's really unbalanced, and this is the first time we're looking at a horizontal flight path instead of a vertical one.
Yeah, first one today though, but well, circle, come on, it won't go to minus Del Sur or Impala, those sort of circles. It's very, very unlikely this. So I'm just going to accept the fact that today is the day of nice circles. Yep, I'm just going to accept the fact that, okay, fine, there goes. Today's not my day. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see how it goes. But we will get to know the final circle here and the fate of these teams. And now we do see here, yes, similar circle like how we've seen earlier today.
Kind of deja vu now, hitting that replay button over and over again. We're going on Ponde Replay. That's a song that you guys kind of want to relive that moment. Yeah, I just blew that one out. But back about the game, Tara going to Voldemort. We're talking about he was very people to Paris and the rest of the teams. Nobody actually up north there. So there won't be any, there's a clear pathway those actually drop it on north. Hopefully there will be somebody taking that opportunity because, like the last survivor just on the interview is that as long as they camp things out, be sure that they survive, they're going to be A-okay.
But over camping as well, you may fall off behind in terms of kill points. But nevertheless, it is day one. So maybe our strategy, we just do okay. And then when it comes to like day 2, day 3, they will go all out Watson Yambet style of sprinting. So we will need to see there because you don't want to play catch up, especially by end of tomorrow. Basically, it's already catch up moment. It's that fast of a game that this grand finals is. It's only 3 days, so it's very little time for them to really fix things. So you got to get a good start here, I'd say. Just like Bigatron here, well, they are on a 50-50 start here. They have some good fights. Positioning, it's decent, but nothing too outstanding. So they need to do a little bit better than that.
And we couldn't stress enough is about all 3 days here because the grand final is what they have been fighting for the past few months. We're talking about every single effort will go down to this last couple of days that's left. If they cannot make it happen, everything goes down the drain, especially those who actually even, if I'm not mistaken, some of them even resign from their jobs or their positions just to make sure they can play this tournament, which Bapa right now around Los Leones Evo's Rep, you have to cut through that team or they have to choose around the northern side. Jingle is rooting there for them. We're talking about Tara coming up across a little bit on the southern west side of the map, which have Last Survivor in between them. Also, if they go up to the north, we'll go against Team No Recall. While Giffen can cut straight to the western part of the map from El Pozo, it will be a no problem for them. You to gang on there then. Coming down from Lloyd Correa into Crater Fields, then maybe will rotate around water treatment, which usually resurgence is around there somewhere. I'm surprised they're not going up north. This time they're going down south instead of from junkyard or graveyard down to up to water treatment. This time they decided to go down to La Bandera.
And we do see here Axis and PX. They are fans of going to the north though. So it looks like they are making their way there. And they down to the circle, which may go to the southern side. It depends how this goes. But starting off from the north, I think is really good because as we can see in the map here, no other teams are on the north, and it's unlikely as well because of how the flight path was. So it's a good decision by Axis going up to the north, and it's free loot there for now because obviously no other teams are there. But look at this. Team Secret favoring where they are at right now. They love those high grounds. Will they continue to hold on to that, or will they move with the circle before the circle closes in? we'll
I
need to
think it's
see here.
best.
Expert
I,
MY. Yep.
I don't know. I kind of like the play. You play with the circle means that you don't take the middle unless it's phase five onwards. Before that, it's just playing just outside of the rim of the circle is kind of okay and good enough. Especially you kind of avoid all the big team fights that gonna force yourself to being sandwiched by so many teams, or even kind of deplete yourself in terms of your economy. So I have to like here, like for example, looking at you again going for that gig fan. Whenever it's Mirama, they're playing that kind of game. Same goes for Axis MP active, but if they rotate straight down towards Hacienda de Patron, it will be a problem because all the teams already trying to crowd overpopulated space that they're squeezing themselves into that middle of a circle. When it comes to bigger maps, I do kind of prefer to play the players to play outer circle. And now because it's like as long as you get the vehicles, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. Plus vehicles, you can use them as barricades, right, later on. So if the
Mhm.
circle do close in, well, you still have extra sort of extra protection. So yeah, it does make sense from what Chuchu explained. And now just looking at the map here, Tara is really far away from the circle. They need to get past Last Survivor, who's just in front of them. Team No Recall making themselves into the circle. But just look at this. Into the middle of the circle, it's getting really, really colorful. Even Bapa, who was outside of the circle, now make way right smack in the middle, which, well, most of the teams are there, so we may see some early on action there. Maybe by, I'd say, the third circle, we may see something.
Fourth probably. It's a huge circle, but we calling down these teams as aggressive players, especially Team No Recall. And there's also Team Secret keep on getting fight after another. So what they aim for, even you do gang at this point, is just taking kills after another, and they will not back down. If they have to fight, they will fight it. Unless if they are forced to retreat, for example, if they're really depleted in terms of health regen items, or even if their armor's being shredded down, then they are forced to retreat, including the ammunition. In the early game, what really matters is having your ammunition and your magazine's attachment to be right on point there. Team No Recall, after getting around, if I'm not mistaken, this is around Monte Nuevo, but they're gonna rotate around Opozo, probably if they go up north, but based on how they're offering their perspective, maybe they will go up to power grid here, which I'm not mistaken, couple of teams already got themselves that higher ground around St. Martin. One of them is actually Team Secret as well.
Yeah, Team Secret. Definitely not one of the teams that you want to meet at this stage of the game. So, well, it's going to be tough though. But Expert MY, they are close by though. So they have this compound all to themselves. Doesn't look like they will leave this compound for now. Yes, it's a really good compound because of the structure, how it is. It allows you to defend. Like how we can see a Saint, he's just using the rooftops to his advantage. So he can have vantage point at where anyone who tries to come in and take over the compound. Now, Tara, they are making this rotation. They looks like they're making a big round rotation because they're tanking the blue a lot here. So try to avoid any other team when they come. But look at this. In case you missed today, ladies and gentlemen, where were you? Match 1 goes to Team Secret. Match 2, Dingo's match 3. Yudu Gang match 4, Team No Recall, and the previous 5th match, Last Survivor. All these teams gotten us up a chicken dinner today.
At the same time, Atara is the furthest away from that circle. They are retaining this very late. They do have enough utilities to heal themselves up and taking their time to loot things out. Because we do know we're still in the first phase of the game before we're entering the second phase or even the third. Cannot really see, but I think it's the second circle there. But there you go. For next side, well, the van is the slowest when it climbing up the hill, but it's one of the most tankiest vehicle on this map or any other map there is. We're talking about 2000 HP vehicle here. Is one of the good things that you can, one of the good vehicles that you can use as a barricade afterwards. If you happen to ambush in the middle of this desert where nothing else can cover you, so that vehicle really handy one to get. But at the same time, it's really slow. So you know you don't want to cross the desert like right in a flat open field instead of playing with the terrain. It's a risky move to going up and down the terrains there, but at the same time, you have to use that terrain to actually in case you get ambushed. But now down to Team Secret going against Baba Jenny got caught in a turmoil. He's been cornered by 4 members of Team Secret, divided themselves into a pair now, making sure Jenny cannot even move. How actually Baba I want to save Jenny out of this stuck and sticky situation.
Oh man, yeah, Jenny, it's not going to be easy for him. Six, giving those cover fires, but overexposing himself is also not good. Just look at this. Six is still trying to recover his health, but well, it's Team Secret. We're talking about Matoy one angle together with eye shots, and on the other side, Biu and Yuhai. Oh man, multiple angles cover. You just look at the mini map here. One straight line spread across. So Bapa not good. How are they going to save Jenny? I have no idea for this. It's almost impossible unless they can get a knock off the Team Secret. Maybe 2 knocks. And maybe Jenny can get away. But other than that, it's now pressure from Team Secret onto Bapa.
He's one of the best DMRs you can get in this map, unless if you get an AWM, that will be the best coming from iShot, especially. And I Am Pro did love this tapping, but going down to Dingles, Nukes MZ, trying with the M416 there, getting the sprays on FV Unbeatable. FV Unbeatable is one of the dark horse in this tournament. We're talking about the different team here when it comes to week 3, suddenly going a bit passive again for the first day of the grand finals. Akido almost really close to actually getting knocked down by Dingles at the side, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like he has any healing items on his body. That he's not healing and bleeding out
Yeah,
quite
he's not
fast.
healing. Yeah, he's not healing, and neither are his teammates actually close by as well. So it's gonna be tough for Akido at the same time with eyes overwatching him. Now, look at this. Our previous chicken dinner winners, Last Survivor, have EVOS VIP to deal with across them. Though both teams, they do seem like they are in the circle. So no big pressure for them to move just yet. But the circle is gonna finish close in really, really soon. So we may see that pressure coming in. But Kuza looks like he's making the early rotation. He wants to get into a good position early. Oh,
Why?
check this out. Scam.
That circle! Again, we're looking at the circle changing direction entirely in a different way here. Straight smack down on Junkyard area on the outskirts between us and the Patron and also Elazar just on top of that. Oh, that's a hard terrain to play with. Look at that craters and also pets. And that's really uneven place to even, get yourself onto. That there's a lot of higher grounds to play with, but at the same time, it's so hard to land your shots and your nades if you happen to just force yourself into a fight. But VIP Putra tossing the net over Last Survivor Ziggs there. It was Putra already marching up towards this hill. They kind of out in the open, that zigzag away with that bigger truck. Is actually a nice call come out from Last Survivor. Close enough, landing himself around this pit here. Can they hold it off against EVOS VIP?
Just look at the total number of vehicles parked there. It's like a parking lot right now for Last Survivor. But well, hopefully they can maintain their vehicles because you don't want them to be blown up there and then they get stuck. You just need to blow up one vehicle and probably the rest of them may get stuck. So it's going to be tricky there. But of course, looking at this angle, it's going to be tough for teams to try to take out any other vehicles. Plus, some of them are big vehicles as well. Last Survivor, again, like what they say in the interview, they want to play this safe. They want to avoid fights. They want to get those position points on the board, at least for day one. So that's what they're doing right now. Now, Axis and PX, they have Geek Fam just outside of their house.
Axis. How can they come from this? Because we're looking at, okay, there are teams that need time to adapt to the games, and one of them is Axis and PX here. They need to get all full out turbo mode. We're talking about how they actually trying to get a new formula or a different kind of strategy when it comes to adapting to grand finals, but they are a little bit slow when it comes to adapting. We're looking at the final week performance, and this was totally different, and they got caught between two teams. Avi just happened to be around the corner behind them, with Axis trying to fight it out against also none other than Dingles, if I'm not mistaken. Gig Fam. And now Gig Fam trying to approach this one slowly but surely, try to get the kills over there. And they kind of trying to put themselves in a stack. Axis and PX, they have AUG on their side. They can just abuse it away.
Yep, they could, but maybe both teams now just want to focus on the gatekeep because the circle is closing in. But maybe the next circle may force this team to move. Now, there is one team on the outside of the circle trying to get in though. So, two teams gatekeeping, not good news there. We do see here, Gig Fam looks like they will make a move away, but the circle not too far from this team. So, it's still pretty okay. But for most of the other teams on the southern and also the eastern side, they need to make a move for it. A lot of teams still at the southern side though with Team No Recall still outside the circle. Lots of teams they need to go through to get into that.
Well, a clear path for Axis and PS if they choose this alternative pathway or that this route that they're going on to. But ESG and AV, this is a huge mass we're talking about. Look at that. Right smack in the middle, everybody's down on that pit with smoke being popped everywhere. A lot of nades being tossed, and we're looking at will Axis and PX butt in to clean up this mass and taking away the kills. Appy did right exactly at the right time at the right moment. And there you go, they finish off an easy kill down on both sides. Appy get that one kill for the teams, and the rest of FB try to get down on ESG as well. But this is not working well for both FB and also ESG at the same time.
FB, ESG, FB looks like Grim will be knocked down by Chick there. And now they will try to make their way onto the circle. Both teams not in the circle, and the blue zone is pressuring both teams. Grim have been knocked down, will need his teammates to save him, but looks like the revive will be going out right now. And while Matsabu, he's just keeping eyes on the incoming Axis team. But at the same time, looks like they're breaking off a little bit as well for the side of FB. And now Axis and PS, they are getting closer and closer. The smoke will be popped out by Chick. He will continue to advance. Now Sleep as well as Grim, they are in the small hut there. Oman coming from another angle, but looks like they don't want to let team members of Axis go. They want to try and get a wipeout of their team. They try to surround them, but multiple angles are coming out. XFV, they're trying to get a good angle here. Matsabu, he is low now. The Persiki will be popped out, and they will still try to fend themselves while Axis gets into the circle.
Luckily, they have that terrain to work with. Apparently, that kind of covers the position so far. Nat April, on the other hand, already switched to the sniper rifle. And what happened to Akito? I really want to know. He jumped off because Yuda Gang is actually ambushing them. Try to flush that team out. And we're looking at Net trying to take advantage as a third party. That's a nice shot. But Papa Bart managed to get down on Insomnus first here. And there you go. This is that kill. And Rocky returning it back to Insomnus. For Team No Recall is really having a hard time getting out from there. So many teams trying to hover their crosshair on their head. Fredo managed to take one on Abby. Matsabu and then Digo taking down on Tara. Next, CB trying to run away from this mess, which is a war zone. Everybody wants to get away from it, but no, he cannot run out because Sinbi, he kind of caught up with that. Another team being joined and also Baba sandwiching them in between. Rocky trying to get this fight on Stewart, forcing it out on Simbi, who happened to be jumping and didn't get that clutch out. Rocky still have a faster reaction time with M416 there. Managed to get one for Team Noriko. A guy had tried to smoke things out and get covers. He's the only sole survivor for his team here. We're looking at previous team that had Chicken Dinner plays himself at number 15 for now. Down to 10 teams. That's really fast. Going down so fast that all the teams are forced to get themselves into engagement right now.
Oh man, that's not good for Team No Recall. The team who's holding pole position, they may lose out because they buffed out too early. But Rocky looks like he'll be taken out of this game as well. And now Net Brotherhood, we do see an April here trying to fend off the rest of the other teams who are coming in, including Wappa as well. Team Dingoes, they are moving into the side of Yudu Gang. Yudu Gang do know that the Dingoes just arrived. They have the numbers there, but it's 4 against 4. Drax now just need to be a little bit more quiet, but not much there for him to hide on, except for the terrain. The Dingos try to find a good angle there, but Kratos taking a couple of shots there. Now Kratos, he is really low on the other side. Drax, tipping it onto him. That was a nice
my
nade,
goodness
but
me.
Drax is now really low. He needs backup cover from Manpara, who is helping him out. But then again, they are out in the open. They need to find cover.
It's so hard to see the position of each team actually surrounding you. Voki got stuck in between again. Kuza with the Scar L tried to land shots on any team possible. We're looking at so many teams coming from the southern side of the map here. And as NSP kind of overexposed himself with that barricade by that car pickup truck in between. Team Secret still getting engaged with another team from the side of the map. We're looking at Putra. I think go for the long shots here, tapping this one out, but didn't get that spray. Manpara getting it first. They try to steal it away, but no, Manpara tried to deny that. But Putra still managed to get one from Kratos. It's down away while X is going for Yudu down for next. VIP taking a fight against Last Survivor at the same time. Look at that kill fit. It's just going crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. VIP Putra is crazy as well. Crazy for the Dingos. He's trying to be a nuisance for the side of Dingos. Dingos cannot move there because of Putra. Putra now keeping lots of pressure at the same time. We do look at Manpara here. Needs to run for his life because he's down to about 20% of life here with nothing much to cover him. Only by the terrain, but Fredo will save his teammate there. And now Jack is low as well. Jumper, we need to find good cover, find good angle. We need the smokes now protecting him. Not gonna be easy because all the teams are starting to converge with each other. Axis MPX is close by as well. And now they are trying to get into the circle. We are getting into the 6th phase of this circle.
Oh, but wait for it. This was fast. The last time I saw it like 2 minutes ago, there was still like 15 teams or 14 teams alive. But now it's down to 9 teams only. Gig Fam closing into Actis and PX. At the same time, Epic kind of segregated with Chicks. Also, they are fanning out for Actis. They have all 4 men, but they might need extra backup or covers here. The last one for Omen being finished by Udidrex. At the same time, we still have 9 teams there not budging for this number so far. Team Secret in between so many teams. But at the same time, that it really covers them quite well. We're talking about all these teams this side on the northern west, which is not even the circle to start with. Give Fam tapping that one out from Dingo's side, and Appy try to steal it away from any team possible. The last of us got stuck here between Evo's VIP and Nat Brotherhood as well. Team Secret on the lower ground, but they have a lot of structure to play with.
Oh man, it could be a disaster for most of these teams because if they want to get into the circle, they need to cross an open road with a number of teams that are actually gatekeeping. So it's not looking good for these couple of teams here. Yudu Gang, they try to go on, but look at this. Team Secret is actually gatekeeping at the road, and Drax even moving, even trying to finish them off, but Drax is still there. He's now down to 1-6, still managed to survive and get the buggy, get out of there, and he will live to tell another day.
Oh no, we're talking about the pickup truck will be blown up very soon. Can they make this one? Now we're talking about Yudu Gang jeopardizing with that almost explode vehicle, but that was really close for Yudu Gang as well. But Drax will be knocked down this time. Playzone closing in into net April. We're losing team too fast at this rate, down to top 5 in just a couple of seconds here. Net trying to march against VIP Kuza, no more air helmet on him, only level 1 bats at the point, and Luxy already got himself level 3 items here, but at the same time, no healing, only bandits and a couple of pain kills with a minute 14 ready to engage for round 2. They lost April for Net Brotherhood, but still 3 men is more than enough to handle whatever they have just thrown in their face here. Team Secret, I should toss that smoke, but the rest of Team Secret slowly try to play with a circle, trying to stay low as possible. Line sight with the ground as well by Yudu Gang. Overshown, overpicked. Mata sees that coming. Jumper down, Pong out, and there goes Yudu Gang at 4th place. We're down to 3 teams only for the last game today.
Yes, and now we are down to top three teams here. 11 still alive though, so three teams, still a good spread of number of teammates now. Team Secret, they still have a full squad. Their EVOS VIP as well. Full squad here, but look at this. Kuza does not have a helmet, so you don't want to get those long range shots onto the side of Kuza. One headshot, one knock. That could probably happen. They are trying to find on Net Brotherhood there, who's just across the Atai 10K. They need to make their way into the circle. The only one in the circle right now is Team Secret.
And now they are chugging their energy for all the players. We do know when it comes to chugging the energy drink, it means they will actually, and they are planning for advancement here. We have 20 seconds left, almost 20 seconds left for the next phase. Which will force all the players to squeeze into that really small circle. UI giving a lot of pressure on the side of Net Brother, joining the rest of the brothers, flipping himself onto that cliff. Still have that minivan to actually work with as their barricade. And the rest of Team Secret, they have most men here, 4 men. We're talking about same goes for EVOS VIP. But in terms of their economy and their gears, they are quite depleted at the same time. Net trying to climb that cliff slowly, but at the same time, Team Secret are kind of far from each other. We're talking about Matt Toy and BB covering out UI and eye shots. At the same time, they're working in pairs. And the blue zone will clip a lot of Team Secret if they don't advance towards eye shots. And UI, if playing the cliff here, Net going against EVO's VIP Kuza will be another Team Secret chicken at this point because they are looking the wrong direction. Net and EVOS both are going against each other, but Team Secret trying to play as a third party, coming in from the flanks here. But at the same time, the explosion hit a lot of Atai, chugged down his HP. We're walking down the path where none of these two teams will actually take away that chicken dinner because Team Secret will take the opportunity from side. UI only take one down. UI take one more time. And UI take 3 times in a row. VIP going down. And now it's down to Net. Will be the next focus on Team Secret. Taking every single team out. Look at that. Marching down. This probably will be Team Secret getting 2 chicken dinners in a row. And they proven wise. They will get themselves the final chicken dinner, the opening and the final. Both Miramar games. Team Secret all the way.
Team Secret